Okay, welcome everybody to Champs and Ranks here on the LVI Universe. Tonight, on Monday Night Raw, we're gonna have a great show. But let's go little by little, showing you everything that's coming up. We have the Survivor Series in 2 weeks. We're gonna have the rivalries shown here. This is the rivalries of Monday Night Raw. These are the rivalries of LVI show. These are the rivalries of NXT. And there's no rivalries. I gotta put them up. All right, let's start these rivalries, ladies and gentlemen. And now we got these rivalries all set up. And for SmackDown, we have these tag teams right now so far. So right here we could put let's see. Well, you guys make a comment. Which one should I put? Barbie and Tia Gallardo or Miku versus Brittany Clark? Alright. So these are the rivalries we have on each show. And now let's go to the different shows to show you the champions and the rankings and the contender matches, which is what I want you to do. I want you to challenge these superstars, so you could go up in the ranking. Leo Motoro is already at 9, but he can't go for this title until he loses his NXT championship title, and then he's transferred officially to NXT after the Survivor Series. I mean, transferred to Raw after Survivor Series. But still, we have also the Intercontinental Championship, and these are the contenders. Big Money G is on the list, but it's not official because he's just on Raw because of the Survivor Series. And then we have the tag teams, the Raw Tag Team Champions, the Terrors, and only the DX Icons are the #1 contenders right now of the LVI Superstars. Any other team has to challenge these teams to go up in the rankings of the contenders. Then we have Asumi, the Raw Women's Champion. We only have Sadika, one of the LVI Superstars, here on the list. So she can challenge Asumi. And for the International Championship, Eric Cassidy is the champion, but there are no contenders, so that means anybody can challenge Eric Cassidy for the title. Same with the WWE European Champion, Darius Angel. There are no contenders, so anyone can challenge from Raw, can challenge Darius Angel. Alright, so let's go to the LVI show. We have the LVI champion, Black Rocker, and these are the contenders for his title, even though the legend is the WWE champion of SmackDown. And Angel Rey Pizzi is the champion of 205 Live. But Limbo Azul and Leo Motoro can challenge the champion on the LVI show. And then we have Asumi, who's the #1 contender for the LVI Women's Championship title. But Asumi is the Raw Women's Champion, so really anybody can challenge Asumi, rather say. Cualquiera diva o luchadora puede retar a Asumi para que sea contendedora uno para el título del LVI, para luchar contra la contendiente #1 de Raw or SmackDown. Then we have the LVI Tag Team Champions, which make them available to challenge the #1 contenders of Raw or SmackDown. So these are the champions right now, and these are the contenders also who can challenge the Assassins. We have the LVI Women's Tag Team Champions, the Pretty Mean Sisters, Baby Co and Rizzy. There are no contenders, so anybody, any tag team, a women's tag team can challenge the Pretty Mean Sisters for the titles. Then we have the LVI $1 million champion, Scorpion's #1 contender. We have the Icon, Celestial Jr. These three can challenge the $1 million champion. If you're not on the list, you can challenge any of these contenders, so you could become a contender for the title. If you're not on the list, you're not challenging him. Then we have Miku, the LVI Women's $1 million champion. There are no contenders, so any diva can challenge Miku. Okay, so now let's go to the NXT. And NXT, we have Aleister Black, Johnny Gargano, Lars Sullivan, Triple H, who are the only ones who can challenge Leon Motora for his title. If you are an LVI superstar and you want to challenge Leon Motora, you have to go through these contenders first. Then we have the $1 million champion, Big Money G. Only Cody Hagan can challenge Big Money G for this title. And whoever wants to challenge Cody Hagan to become #1 contender can let me know. Then we have the Undisputed Era as the champions of NXT. TM61 are the #1 contenders. Heavy Machinery and the Street Profits. These are the contenders. Any other tag team can challenge to go up in the rankings. Then we have Poison Hernandez, the NXT Women's Champion. Right now, only Celtics is the only LVI superstar who could challenge Poison Hernandez, but there are other contenders on the list. And if you want to beat Poison Hernandez, you have to become a contender. Si quieres ser contendiente para luchar contra Poison Hernandez, tiene que luchar contra cualquiera de estas luchadoras. Y cuando llegues a la lista, puedes retar a Poison Hernandez. Then we have the Spider, NXT North American Champion, Velveteen Dreams, the #1 contender. We have Tiger, LVI Superstar, on the list also. And these two also are on the list, so you can challenge any of these. Puedes retar a cualquiera de estos luchadores. Y cuando estés en esta lista de contendientes, pues puedes retar a Spider. Then we have Cody Hagan, the WCW Hardcore Champion. Muleya Achi is the only contender, and whoever wants to challenge Cody Hagan has to go through Muleya Achi first to become a contender also, alright? So let's go to 205 Live. 205 Live, we have Angel Rey Pisces, the Cruiserweight Champion, and there are no LVI superstars on the list. So si quieres ser contendiente para luchar contra Angel Rey Pisces, tiene que ganar a estos luchadores y entrar en esta lista. Solamente ellos pueden retar a Angel Rey Pisces. Alright? Then we have the ECW World Champion of 2006 and 2008, Siniestro. Gemelo Fantástico is the #1 contender. Whoever wants to fight Siniestro has to fight first Gemelo Fantástico and try to become a contender also. El que quiere luchar contra Siniestro tiene que luchar contra Gemelo Fantástico para ser contendiente. And then we have the 205 Live Tag Team Champions, Luchadors. The originals are the #1 contenders. Then we have the 205 Live Hardcore title. Hamza is the champion and Seiso is the #1 contender. Gentleman Jack Gallagher 2 and Rey Tormento 3, Akira Tozawa 4. So if you want to challenge Hamza, you have to be on this list. Si quieres luchar contra Hamza, tiene que estar en esta lista de contendientes. And then we have Michaela. She is the 205 Live Extreme Women's Champion. And these are the 5 contenders for her title who can challenge Michaela. If you're not on the list, you have to challenge these contenders. Si no estás en la lista de estas contendientes, tienes que retar a cualquiera de estas 5. Then we have the Lucha Libre Classic Championship. Guerrero Olímpico is the champion, and only Drew Gulak is the #1 contender. So if you want to fight for the Lucha Libre Classic, you have to go through Drew Gulak. Alright? And now, but not least, we have SmackDown. So there are no contenders for the WWE Championship title. So we have to look for contenders. Only the LVI champion, he can challenge, but he's on Raw, so that's why he's not here. Then we have Joseph, who is the #1 contender for the United States Championship title. Rix is the champion. So if you want to fight Rix, you have to go through Joseph first. Then we have the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Dangerous Alliance. The Assassins are the only ones who are the contenders, and they are also the LVI Tag Team Champions. So the LVI Tag Team Champions are #1 contenders anyway, so they can challenge the Dangerous Alliance for the titles, unless there's another team that wants to challenge the Assassins and try to go up in the rankings. Then we have Asuka. She's the SmackDown Women's Champion, and there are no contenders, so anyone can challenge Asuka. Then we have the World Underground Championship, and the Scorpion is the champion. Celestial Jr. is the former champion and #1 contender now. So el que quiere ser contendiente #1 tiene que luchar contra Celestial Jr. para poder retar a Scorpion. And then we have the new hardcore champion, the Mastodon. Cody Hagan is the only contender for this title, so if anyone wants to fight Mastodon, has to go through Cody Hagan. Even though the hardcore title is almost like a 24/7 title, anybody can challenge, but also challenge Cody Hagan. So these are the champs and ranks. Let's go for the power rankings of each show. I'm gonna mention the first 20, and then I'll continue with the list, and you just find where you're at. All right. So we have Eric Cassidy #1 in the power ranking, Darius Angel 2, Facade 3, Lady Dragon 4, Carmella 5, El Terror 6, Hardcore Icon 7, Sadika 8, Youngblood 9, Icon 10, The Crusher 11, Leon Motora 12, Miku 13, Big Money G 14, Vanessa Azul 15, John Justice 16, Poison Hernandez 17, Michaela 18, Felina Galactica 19, Brittany Clark 20. Alright, so now you can see from there on where you're at the ranking, and you can challenge those above you this week so you could go up in the ranking. Estos son los primeros 20 que mencioné, y ustedes vean dónde estás en los rangos y puedes retar a aquellos que están sobre ti para que, y si gana, pues puedes subir en el rango la semana que viene. Mientras más retes y ganes, pues más oportunidad tienes de subir de rango. The more you challenge and fight, and win, the more opportunity you will have to be going up in the rankings of each brand and the brand that you're in. All right. So just watch where you're at in the rankings, and then look at the ones who are the top 20. You can challenge any of the top 20 to go up in the rankings. And now let's go to the LVI show. Espia X Jr. #1, Eric Cassidy 2, Darius Angel 3, Facade 4, Lady Dragon 5, Aquelarre Durango 6, Anubix Durango 7, Eder Extreme 8, El Terror 9, Hardcore Icon 10, Sadika 11, Fresh Puma 12, Youngblood 13, Cody Hagan 14, Robo 15, Icon 16, Johnny Star 17, Mastodon 18, Guerrero Olímpico 19, and Rix 20. So, estos son los primeros 20. Si quieres subir de rango, tienes que retar a aquellos sobre ti. If you want to challenge those above you, challenge the first. I suggest the top 20, because the more you win, the more you win, the higher you go up in the rankings. All right. And there's also the contenders for each title. So like I mentioned, if you challenge the contenders, that'll help you go up in the rankings. These are all only LVI superstars, the created superstars. Estos son todos los luchadores creados en el show de LVI show. No hay luchadores de WWE. There are no WWE superstars on the LVI show. And now let's go to NXT. Lady Dragon number 1, Carmella 2, Oni Lorcan 3, Adet Extreme 4, Sadika 5, Fresh Puma 6, Cody Hagan 7, Leon Motora 8, Miku 9, Big Money G 10, Vanessa Azul 11, Poison Hernandez 12, Michaela 13, Felina Galactica 14, Kyle O'Reilly 15, Bobby Fish 16, Shakori 17, Adam Cole 18, Strongman 19, and Brittany Clark 20. So if you're not on the top 20, that means you have to challenge any of the top 20 above you, so that way you can go up in the rankings. Try to challenge and get a rival or something. All right, so aquellos que están en los primeros 20 puedes luchar contra ellos si no estás en los primeros 20, para que así puedes participar y subir de rango en este show de NXT. Right, so now let's go to 205 Live. 205 Vivo. Lady Dragon number 1, Carmella 2, Sadika 3, Robo 4, Johnny Star 5, Drew Gulak 6, Guerrero Olímpico 7, Apando Negro Jr. 8, Miku 9, Cyclone Black 10, Tornado 11, Vanessa Azul 12, Poison Hernandez 13, Michaela 14, Ray Castles 15, Felina Galactica 16, Angel Rey PC 17, Cedric Alexander 18, Brittany Clark 19, Gemelo Fantástico 20. Estos son los primeros 20 de 205 Vivo. Si quieres, si no te he mencionado, puedes luchar contra cualquiera de ellos para subir de rango la semana que viene. So challenge those above you, at least the top 20, so that way you can become maybe in a higher ranking next week. So these are the other superstars that are in the rankings of 205 Live. Like I mentioned earlier, if you're not in the top 20, challenge any of the top 20, so that way you can go up in the rankings. All right. A lot of luchadores, a lot of wrestlers that are cruiserweights. So now let's go to Friday Night SmackDown. We got SPX Jr. number 1, Lady Dragon 2, Aquelarre Durango 3, Anubis Durango 4, Sadika 5, Cody Hagan 6, Mastodon 7, Erix 8, Miku 9, Vanessa Azul 10, Poison Hernandez 11, Michaela 12, The Legend 13, Felina Galactica 14, Limbo Azul 15, Joseph 16, Strongman 17, Matt Carter 18, JJ Ramirez 19, and the Snake 20. So these are the top 20 for you to challenge to go up in the ranking for next week. And these are the other superstars that are under the 20. Ya yo mencioné los primeros 20, los segundos 20 son, después de los 20, pues esos son los que están cerca de ser contendientes o subir de rango para la semana que viene. Así que si quieres subir de rango, reta a aquellos que están sobre ti. Si tienes ese triángulo rojo, significa que estás en un buen estado. Si es verde y está apuntando hacia abajo, significa que no está haciendo tan bien. Así que reta a aquellos que están sobre ti para que puedas subir de rango. Alright, so thank you for watching Champs and Ranks here on the LVI Universe. We hope you watch and enjoy the show tonight on Monday Night Raw. And we will see you after Monday Night Raw. We will see you tomorrow on the LVI show. So any questions, comments, leave them below. And we'll let you know any information you need. Alright, cualquier información que necesita, haga un comentario abajo. Cualquier pregunta o duda, haga un comentario abajo. So don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, LVI Universe. We'll see you tonight on Monday Night Raw. Good night.